Well, Jay, what a difference a week makes. Obviously, from last week, 4-1 win at home in the FA Trophy. You must be absolutely delighted.
Really pleased. The reaction is what we needed. I think last Saturday we weren't at our best. Tuesday, far from our best. Trained really well. Thursday we have a chat with all the boys and bits and pieces like that. And everything we did in training sort of tend to come off, especially in the second half today. So yeah, I'm really pleased that the boys reacted in the way. I'm pleased for them more than anyone else as well, that they got their belief back and they saw the game out in a professional manner.
You talk about belief. Very early on, they had a chance that they, probably from their management team, probably would have said they should have scored.
Yeah.
They did score. We went 1-0 down, but again, the reaction, heads didn't go down, and we came back in and clearly got better as the game went on. So again, you must be delighted with the response from going 1-0 down.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it could be easily, after they scored that free kick and slipped it down the side and the guy turned and sort of hit a really good goal, good finish actually. It could have easily been 1-0 go, here we go again, that sort of motion. But they didn't, and I think part of our team talk was keep reminding the boys about how they felt on Tuesday. Sitting in the change rooms after the game, how did you feel? It's, when you lose a game in that manner, it's quite demoralising at times. And you're sitting there and you're analysing things over and over in your head, and it's not a good feeling in the change room. And then when you we said that as we our focal point, you never want to feel like that again. We'll refer back to that every now and then. Boys, when we're not doing so great, do you want to feel like this again? And I think, as you said, the reaction from going 1-0 down to get the goal back in straight before half time, because I thought their goal was going to be the one just before half time, typically. But we hit ours back, because we played about a minute over and half time, so we were in the 46th minute, we got the goal back in it. And I think the momentum just swung in our way after that. In the second half, we were a completely different side.
You say a completely different side. Just touching on that from last Saturday, there were some changes, and again there were some changes from Tuesday. Geordie came back into the midfield. From the outside, it's only a personal opinion, did look like we seemed more settled today, especially in midfield. Is that something that you felt today?
Oh, as you know, Geordie's been a massive player for us since he's come into the club. And I think when people see a good player that you know is a good player come back into your squad, it settles you down there. You know who you're playing with and who you're not playing with. But yeah, we've had since the season started, from one reason or another, we've never had the full sort of squad available to us. And today we did. Harry Pollard back on the bench again today, which was great for us, and got onto the pitch at left back towards the end. But yeah, stability is important. Consistency with a side is important, and building up relationships in a team with the same sort of players week in, week out, knowing each other's games is really important. So yeah, having those faces back in the side obviously gives them a bit of a boost. He brings a lot of energy to the side as well. And I think all the boys just turned up and performed today. Some boys didn't have a greatest game on Tuesday. And they know it, they're honest with themselves, but they know they turned up today and they turned that round. So Tuesday's now forgotten about because today's a good win.
We talk about Geordie in midfield, but there were some really big performances out there from a number of players. Nathan at the back got the sponsors MON. Aaron Smith-Joseph looked incredibly dangerous, especially in the second half. They didn't know how to cope with him. The super Pat Harding, 2 Predators goals in the box. So collectively, yes, the team was very good, but there was also some big individual performances out there today as well.
Yeah, there were, and I think they were. Like when we saw the rain coming down before the game, and a few people going, "Is it off? It's off." I don't want it off. They just wanted to get out there and just prove a point. One, they wanted to do it for the fans, I think, because they felt like they let them down on Tuesday. And for us, I think they felt like they let us down, but also themselves, the most important bit. They've done it for themselves. And individual performance, like Nathan was a rock at the back today with Spinksy. Louis Downing coming in and had a really good game. Boxy is consistent week in, week out. Geordie we missed, come back in, but he worked well with Reece and Sampson in the middle. And then SJ in the second half, I think, Christ, when that guy's finding confidence, he's such a handful to mark. And then Pat scores his trademark goals. He's such a good finisher. He finds such clever errors into the box. And I'm so pleased for him today getting those 2 goals. And I said, when you've got Max on the right hand side, you always know we're going to get Max. Max would give you 100% and run for brick walls for you if you ask him to. So knowing your squad, knowing each other, and then even the subs that we brought on coming off the bench to help the squad out, done brilliant. Scotty come on and goal line clearance with a header and sets up Aaron for the 4th goal. So everyone played their part when they were asked to today, and that's what a squad's about.
You touched on before the game, the players wanted to play. It was touch and go. 2 hours before kick-off, everybody was saying it wasn't going to be played. There was a lot of volunteers here today that were out on the pitch. what a fantastic effort by all those people, you know, and Richard, the groundsman, to get the game on today. So I'm sure you'd like to thank them for all the effort that they put in.
Without a doubt. And again, these little bits and pieces that people just see the team's performance on there, but what it takes to get a game going, people don't see. Supporters, as you said, just give up their time to come down and volunteer to, you know, put a couple of forks, put some moulds in the ground to get some drainage out. Luckily, at 2:10 it stopped. But before that, when you first walked in, and I know we had real heavy rain for a constant hour, but you look to the pitch and what Richard's done on the pitch, and looking at it going, Christ, it's quite lush actually. And then we said to him, I was going to cut up with him playing it. He went, no, don't worry about that, I'll get it sorted out afterwards. So bits and pieces like that is what makes a club.
Yeah.
And then when we get a good performance like that, it just rewards everyone for their hard work.
Next home game, big local derby, White Hawk at home. What a fantastic platform to go into that game after today. But I'm sure you'll be, you know, explaining to the players and giving them all the encouragement to go out and do exactly the same thing against a very good side, but also under the conditions of being a local derby.
Well, exactly that. Local derby is always special, and always everyone sort of cheers himself up for it. You know, an extra sort of 50% in a derby. And a lot of the players will know each other, come across each other. We know they've got a very good squad, but we also know when we're at it, like today, we're a good squad. We played a team from the league higher today, and I think, you know, we're good for our win. So we'll take that hopefully into the White Hawk game, depending on what happens with the new lockdown. But that's something we look forward to, and we've got Bognor on Tuesday in the Sussex Senior Cup.
Well, congratulations today, Jay. A great performance and a deserved win.
I appreciate it.
Thanks very much.